The Hermetic Principle of Gender emerges not from abstract speculation, but from meticulous and attentive observation of natural phenomena. Rather than a static declaration of binary roles or simplistic divisions, this ancient principle invites us into a nuanced understanding of reality's intrinsic polarity as the source of all manifestation. The Hermetic teachings affirm a universal truth witnessed consistently in nature and richly embodied in mythological, symbolic, and psychological systems across diverse cultural landscapes. That genuine creativity and manifestation occur only through the dynamic interaction of complementary forces, archetypally understood as masculine and feminine principles. To appreciate the depth of this teaching fully, we can explore biological realities and mythological narratives, finding profound clarity and resonance across various traditions. Observing nature carefully, we discern that masculine energies consistently manifest as initiating impulses, projective, directional, and transient in character. Biologically, this is vividly exemplified by the spermatozoon, a compact carrier of genetic information actively pursuing its receptive counterpart. The sperm, minimal yet directive, overcomes resistance, navigates barriers, and propels itself toward an integrative goal. The biological strategy of purposeful abundance emphasizes prolific generation. Innumerable initiatory attempts exist, but genuine success is singular and decisive. Such natural patterns extend symbolically into human culture and mythology. The Hindu tradition personifies this masculine attribute through Shiva, the cosmic principle of pure consciousness. Shiva represents stillness pregnant with potential, a transcendent impulse ready to initiate cosmic expression. Similarly, Greek mythology vividly portrays this initiating archetype in Prometheus, whose daring act, stealing divine fire, symbolizes masculine impetus, the bold, boundary-defying force that activates new possibilities and potentials. In each case, the masculine principle embodies initiation without permanence, a drive toward expression that requires complementary receptive fields for meaningful realization. Testosterone's hormonal signature encapsulates this archetype's behavioral essence: aggressive, assertive, exploratory, and outward-moving. Thus, across biology, mythology, and psychology, the masculine remains consistently the initiatory spark, the primal impulse that catalyzes creativity. Complementing this initiating impulse, the feminine principle manifests as receptive, integrative, and sustaining. Biologically, the ovum offers a potent metaphor: stationary, nutrient-rich, selectively receptive. Far from passive inactivity, the ovum actively discriminates, ensuring optimal developmental conditions for life. Following fertilization, the feminine further manifests biologically as the womb's nurturing space, meticulously managing hormonal balance, metabolism, and immune regulation, sustaining and integrating developmental processes. Culturally and mythologically, femininity is repeatedly symbolized as a powerful and deliberate integration force. Hindu metaphysics vividly personifies this feminine attribute through Shakti, the cosmic feminine energy dynamically shaping and giving form to Shiva's potential. Her creative power is selective and integrative, embodying this receptive nurturance that's really essential to creation's unfolding. Greek mythology, similarly encapsulates femininity's nuanced receptivity through Pandora. Gifted by the gods with such complex potentialities, Pandora embodies selective containment and, nuanced differentiation. Egyptian mythology enriches our understanding even further through Isis, who is the archetype of feminine coherence and integrative nurturance. Isis patiently and carefully reconstructs Osiris's fragmented form, restoring coherence from dispersed masculine potential. This powerful narrative really underscores femininity's crucial role. Without integrative nurturance, masculine impulse just remains fragmented and incomplete. Across these traditions, femininity appears consistently as an integrative matrix, harmonizing internal complexities and selectively nurturing potentials toward, coherent expression. The hormonal profile of estrogen and progesterone further underscores femininity's inherent nature, cyclic, rhythmic, harmonizing, and relational, chemically mirroring the archetypal patterns observed symbolically and mythologically. Thus, the feminine principle, consistently embodied across diverse natural and cultural observations, provides essential conditions for the integration and realization of creative potential. The interaction of masculine initiation and feminine receptivity consistently gives rise to a third reality, a new, emergent synthesis that transcends and integrates the initiating polarities. In biology, fertilization illustrates this vividly. The zygote formed is neither merely sperm nor ovum, but an entirely novel, self-regulating entity. So this entity immediately initiates autonomous cellular differentiation and morphogenesis, showing us that genuine creative synthesis is, well, emergent, irreducible, and honestly, pretty transformative. You know, mythological and symbolic traditions really do richly confirm and illuminate this Hermetic insight. Shiva and Shakti's cosmic dance, called the Tandava, expresses exactly this dynamic interaction. Their union doesn't blend or diminish their individual identities, but instead it generates an entirely new kind of cosmic creativity, a manifest universe that emerges dynamically from their interplay. Likewise, Egyptian mythology beautifully captures this autonomous novelty through Horus, the child of Isis and Osiris. Horus stands for the emergence of perfected synthesis, distinct, coherent, self-organized, and embodying the successful reintegration of fragmented masculine impulse and feminine integrative nurture. Similarly, the Taoist interplay of yin, the feminine, and yang, the masculine, results not just in balance or blending, but in a dynamic, living synthesis, the Tao itself, embodying creative novelty that's always being renewed through this complementary, ongoing oscillation. Alchemical symbolism, really deepens our understanding of this interactive emergence through the sacred marriage, or what's called conjunctio. Here, masculine sulfur and feminine mercury come together, giving rise to an autonomous third substance, the philosopher's stone, which, by the way, symbolizes both spiritual and material transformation. The alchemical process, it explicitly encodes Hermetic polarity, emphasizing the profound and generative synthesis that's achieved through complementary interaction. In the psychological framework articulated by Carl Jung, individuation, in a similar way, emerges from balancing masculine and feminine energies within each psyche. Jung's animus, that is, the inner masculine principle, and anima, the inner feminine principle, together facilitate psychological wholeness, birthing a novel identity, an individuated self, that transcends simple fusion or blending, and instead becomes an entirely new, autonomous creative expression. Through careful examination of biological realities, mythological symbols, philosophical traditions, and psychological frameworks, the Hermetic Principle of Gender reveals itself as universal and profoundly insightful. Far from reinforcing division or mere binary oppositions, the principle illuminates how complementary polarities collaboratively generate authentic creativity, evolution, and novelty. Masculine and feminine attributes, understood archetypally, consistently represent universal modes of initiation and integration. Their interplay gives birth not simply to combinations, but genuine novelties, ontologically emergent realities embodying autonomy, individuality, and creative innovation. Thus, the Hermetic Principle of Gender offers more than theoretical understanding. It provides essential guidance toward realizing harmonious interactions within ourselves, our relationships, and our communities. Recognizing that true creativity arises through complementary interaction, not isolated effort, helps foster balance, wisdom, and integrated wholeness. In embracing these insights, we find not mere division, but dynamic unity, affirming the profound interconnectedness and creative richness of life's universal polarity, a principle expressed across all levels of reality, from cellular biology to mythic symbolism and inner psychological landscapes.